This video is for all of you out there who are wanting to bet on yourself, but a little scared to do it. The reason why I want to make this video today is because at one point in my journey, that was exactly me. Actually, at 2 points in my journey, that was me. One, when I started my first business, which was my cash-based physical therapy clinic. And the second was when I started this version of the mission, helping cash-based physical therapists, rehab professionals, fitness professionals, break free from traditional models and kind of take control of their earning potential. So I think the biggest thing that every budding entrepreneur, everybody who wants to be an entrepreneur struggles with is really this concept of balancing the want and desire for success with the fear of failure. And some of the things that I've kind of learned throughout my business journey are that, like, my best lessons didn't actually come from the things that I did well. They didn't actually come from the things that I was, on paper successful with. Most of my business successes were actually built on prior failures. So what I tend to see happen with people is, one, we start to get more comfortable with failure, right? Because failure doesn't mean the game is over. Failure doesn't mean that the war is lost. Failure might mean the battle's lost, but the war's still going on. What can we learn when we go into that next battle? I can't tell you how many things I've failed at on paper in my company that have turned out to become, revenue channels that have made us extremely successful in business and in life. So for those of you out there that are kind of struggling with this battle of like, well, what if I fail? Well, I want you to ask yourself this question. What's worse? The fear of failing, learning the lesson from it and evolving, or just never getting out there and trying? To me, like, that's the true fear. The last thing I want to kind of touch on is, like, in the game of business, you really only lose if you quit. You really only lose when you quit. And if you're in there with a minor inconvenience in business and it really rattles you and it really shakes you and it ruffles you out, like, that's a filtering mechanism for those who make it and those who don't. What happens is you start to become more tolerant to these things, right? You start to have a quicker lag time in what used to upset you and what you take that lesson from. So I want to leave you with this concept that, like, those who really want to make it work do. Just period. Like, if you're going to work with us at some point in the journey, we want you to come in with a do what it takes mentality. We want to make sure that you're ready to experience a little bit of the ups and downs, to understand the lessons that you're going to learn from failure, and ultimately to overcome the fear of the unknown, right? Because to me, the known path is actually what's kind of scary now. So if you are on the fence, if you're even just thinking about starting your own business, if you're even thinking about going on your own, it's probably just a matter of time until you do. So I promise you that the sooner you get started, the more that you'll look back and kind of say, I wish I would have started sooner. Nobody ever looks at this and says, I wish I would have started later. So if that's you, drop down into the comments section, check out the caption below, book a call with us, go check out our website. We'd love to have a conversation with you and see if what we do is what you'd be looking to implement. Have a great night.